Some mornings feel quieter than others. Maybe you're sitting by the window, a warm cup of tea in hand, watching the sun rise slowly over your neighborhood. The world hasn't rushed in yet, it's just you, the soft light, and the comfort of your own thoughts. In moments like these, it's natural to wonder, how can I stay steady on my feet? Not to move faster, but to move with ease, with confidence, with peace of mind. As we get older, balance becomes more than just a physical ability, it becomes a part of our independence. Being able to stand in the kitchen without wobbling, step over a garden hose without thinking twice, or walk through the house without reaching for the wall, these are the small freedoms that make a big difference. Today's video is all about honoring that quiet strength. We'll share 6 easy at-home exercises designed to support your balance after 60. No gym, no fancy gear, just thoughtful movement in the spaces you already know and love. Because senior wellness isn't about pushing yourself harder. It's about doing what matters most safely, gently, and with purpose. If you've ever found yourself pausing just a little longer before taking that next step, you're not alone, and this video was made just for you. There's something soothing about an early evening walk around the block. The air is a little cooler, the light more golden. Maybe you pause for a moment at the edge of your driveway, listening to the distant hum of a lawnmower or the quiet rustle of a neighbor's wind chime. These peaceful moments are more than just part of the day, they're part of what keeps us feeling grounded, present, and alive. As we age, staying steady on our feet becomes something we start to notice more. Maybe it's the little things like needing to hold on to the banister more firmly or feeling a slight hesitation when stepping over the garden hose. These small moments aren't signs of weakness, they're gentle reminders that our bodies are always changing, and that we have the power to respond kindly and intentionally. One beautiful way to support balance and focus is through something called heel-to-toe walking. It's simple but surprisingly powerful. Think of it like walking on a painted line at a local farmer's market, heel of one foot touching the toe of the other, step by careful step. This gentle, mindful movement encourages both your muscles and your mind to work together, reinforcing that deep inner coordination that helps you feel confident with every step. You don't need a gym or fancy shoes. A quiet hallway, a clear path in your kitchen, or even the patio out back can be your personal wellness space. What matters is your attention. Heel touches toe. Pause. Feel the connection. Then move forward. It's a rhythm, soft, deliberate grounding. For many older adults, especially those focused on senior wellness, this kind of movement isn't just about balance. It's also about awareness. Heel-to-toe walking strengthens the connection between your brain and your feet. It sharpens your focus and wakes up the sensory nerves that often become a little sleepy with time. And just as importantly, it brings you into the moment. You're not just moving, you're noticing. If you enjoy walking outdoors, you can bring this practice with you. Maybe during your stroll around the neighborhood or in the quiet aisles of your local grocery store. Try it for a few steps on a smooth sidewalk, perhaps near the flower beds by the community park, or even while waiting in line at the library. These everyday settings offer subtle invitations to move with intention. Of course, it's always okay to start slow. If your balance feels uncertain, keep a countertop sturdy chair or hallway wall within reach. You can even place a strip of masking tape on the floor to help guide your steps in a straight line. Some people like to imagine they're walking on a wooden beam at a picnic or tracing the edge of a porch during a Sunday afternoon gathering. These visual cues help bring the exercise to life. And here's a comforting thought: the more you practice, the more natural it feels. Over time, your steps may become more fluid, your posture more upright, and your confidence more secure. Not because you pushed hard, but because you moved with purpose. In the world of senior living, it's not about going faster or farther. It's about moving wisely, moving kindly. Heel-to-toe walking reminds us that even the smallest steps can make a meaningful difference. It helps us tune into our bodies, stay alert to our surroundings, and enjoy our daily routines with more ease. If you're unsure whether this exercise is right for you, especially if you've experienced recent falls or health changes, it's always a good idea to check with your doctor or physical therapist. Your well-being matters, and your care team can help you make the best choices for your needs. So next time you find yourself in a quiet hallway, a shaded garden path, or even your living room, take a few heel-to-toe steps. Let it be your way of reconnecting with your balance, your strength, and your sense of self. After all, wellness isn't always about big changes. Sometimes it's just about paying attention to the path beneath your feet. Some of the most meaningful changes in our lives begin in the quietest corners of our routines. Maybe it's the soft hum of the dishwasher after dinner, or the steady swirl of steam rising from your morning coffee. These little pauses, the in-between moments, are often the perfect times to reconnect with our bodies gently and without pressure. One of the easiest and most effective ways to support your balance and body awareness is something so simple it can be done while brushing your teeth or stirring a pot of soup, standing weight shifts. Imagine this. You're standing at the bathroom sink in the early morning light. The mirror is a little foggy, and the sound of the electric toothbrush hums steadily. While you're there, you gently begin to shift your weight from your left foot to your right, slowly, naturally. No rush. You're still brushing, still waking up, but now you're also doing something deeply supportive for your balance. This movement may seem small, but it plays a powerful role in helping your body stay connected to the ground beneath you. As you gradually move your weight from side to side, your muscles respond, your joints activate, and your mind becomes more attuned to how your body moves. It's a quiet conversation between your feet and your brain, one that fosters confidence with each repetition. You don't need special clothes or equipment. You don't even need to carve out extra time. That's the beauty of this practice. You can do it in your socks on the kitchen tile or barefoot on the back porch as the sun begins to dip. Even during a phone call while watching the hummingbirds visit your feeder, your body can be gently swaying quietly, strengthening itself. In the spirit of senior wellness, it's about making the most of moments you already have. While waiting for your tea kettle to whistle or as you stir oatmeal in a saucepan, allow yourself to slowly shift your weight from one foot to the other. The movement doesn't need to be dramatic. In fact, the quieter the better. And if you're standing near a countertop or holding onto the sink, that's perfectly fine. Support isn't a sign of weakness. It's a wise way to build strength with safety in mind. Some folks enjoy imagining they're standing on a small boat rocking gently with the current. Others picture a familiar rhythm like the subtle side-to-side sway of a favorite slow dance. Whatever image comes to mind, let it bring a sense of calm and intention to the movement. The more consistently you practice these shifts, the more your body learns to respond in real-life situations. Picture yourself walking through the local farmer's market, reaching out to examine a basket of apples. That same side-to-side stability you built in your kitchen helps you stand steady as you reach turn or pause for conversation with a neighbor. In the world of senior health tips, small habits like this are often the quiet heroes. They don't ask much from you, just your attention and a willingness to show up for your body in gentle, everyday ways. If you've experienced changes in your balance recently or are managing specific health concerns, it's always a good idea to check in with your doctor before trying something new. They can help guide you toward what works best for your unique needs. But for most people, this movement fits seamlessly into daily life. It asks nothing more than a few seconds of mindfulness, yet offers a steady return in balance, confidence, and grace. So next time you're standing at the stove, the bathroom mirror, or even beside your bed before turning in for the night, take a moment. Shift your weight gently, side to side. No one has to know you're exercising, but your body will. In the end, senior living isn't just about the big choices. It's about the small, caring decisions we make each day to stay grounded, stable, and well. There's something comforting about a dining chair, the way it holds memories of family dinners, morning coffee chats, and quiet afternoons spent watching the sunlight play on the tablecloth. It's more than a place to sit. It's part of the rhythm of everyday life. And that makes it the perfect place to begin reconnecting with your body's inner strength. As we move through our 60s, 70s, and beyond, staying strong isn't about lifting heavy weights or training like an athlete. It's about preserving the practical strength that lets us do the little things with ease, like rising from a chair without thinking twice. That simple motion, standing up from a seated position, actually says a lot about your balance, core stability, and leg strength. And the best part, you're already doing it every single day. Next time you sit at your kitchen table in the familiar comfort of your favorite dining chair, consider turning the everyday act of standing up into a purposeful, strengthening practice. This is the sit-to-stand movement, and it's one of the most effective and underrated ways to support functional fitness as we age. Picture this. You're sitting by the window finishing your tea as the afternoon sun warms the floor beneath your feet. You place your hands gently on your thighs, lean forward just slightly, and press through your heels to rise. Then with control, you lower yourself back down. No rushing, no pushing, just a steady rhythm. And maybe you do it one more time before heading out to the garden or calling a friend. This movement, when done with intention, activates your legs, glutes, and core muscles, all essential for stability, walking, and preventing falls. It mimics the actions you take every day, getting up from the couch, rising from a bench at the park, or stepping out of a car. Practicing it deliberately, even just a few times a day, can offer lasting benefits for senior wellness. If you're just starting, Choose a sturdy chair with armrests and sit near a countertop or wall for support if needed. Don't worry about how many times you do it. What matters most is how it feels. Focus on keeping your feet planted, your knees aligned, and your movements slow and controlled. Over time, you might notice it takes less effort to stand or that your posture feels taller and more grounded. The beauty of this practice is that it fits right into your day. Maybe you try it before lunch or while waiting for the oven timer to chime. You could even make it a part of your morning routine right after stretching by the sink or opening the back door to check on your tomato plants. And it's not just about physical strength. There's something deeply empowering about choosing to move with purpose, especially in a space as personal and familiar as your home. In a world that often moves too fast, these small, quiet acts become a way of reclaiming control, confidence, and dignity. Think about moments when rising from a chair might feel harder after a long car ride during cold winter mornings, or when you've had a tiring day. Practicing this movement regularly helps your body stay ready, resilient, and capable, so those tougher moments feel a little easier. In the context of senior health tips, this kind of exercise is a hidden gem. It doesn't require a special class, a fitness tracker, or even workout clothes. All it asks is your presence in a chair. And if you're ever unsure about how to begin, or if you've experienced joint pain or balance issues recently, it's always a good idea to speak with your doctor. They can help guide you in ways that align with your needs and ensure you're moving safely. So the next time you find yourself sitting at your dining table, take a moment. Rise with intention. Sit with control. Let this familiar place become not just a part of your routine, but part of your personal strength. Because in the end, senior living isn't about grand gestures. It's about finding strength in the quiet moments right where you are. There's something quietly joyful about a rhythm you create yourself. Maybe it starts with a foot tapping to the sound of an old favorite song drifting from the radio. Or maybe it's the gentle sway of your body as you water the flowers by the porch, feeling the afternoon sun warm your shoulders. Movement has a way of finding us even in the stillness. As we grow older, staying active doesn't always mean grand efforts or long walks. Sometimes the most powerful movement happens in one place. That's where marching in place comes in a simple, steady rhythm that wakes up both your body and your mind. You don't need much. Just a small open space, a kitchen corner, the hallway near the coat rack, or even the area between your recliner and the television. Wherever you feel safe and steady, that's the right spot. Begin with soft, gentle steps. Lift one knee, then the other, like you're walking in place without going anywhere. Let your arms move slightly with each step. There's no rush, no pressure, just you and your breath finding a rhythm together. This simple movement does more than get your blood flowing. It signals your nervous system that it's time to wake up and engage. Your muscles, joints, and brain all work together, reconnecting pathways that help with coordination, timing, and alertness. It's a small act that brings energy and balance into your day. In the world of senior wellness, this kind of mindful marching can be a gentle way to start the morning. Picture yourself by the front door shoes, waiting nearby, but you decide to take a few moments to march in place first just to loosen up to feel centered. Or maybe you're waiting for your toes to pop up, and instead of standing still, you let your knees lift and fall, arms relaxed at your sides, creating motion where there was once a pause. This movement also helps reintroduce rhythm into the body, especially on days when everything feels a bit sluggish. You're not just moving, you're reconnecting. It's like tuning an instrument. Your body begins to find its balance, your breath falls into step, and suddenly things feel more in sync. You might even find that this becomes a favorite habit during commercial breaks, or while chatting on the phone with a friend. A few minutes here and there can gently strengthen your legs, reinforce balance, and refresh your mood. For some, marching in place may stir memories of parades on Main Street or school gym classes filled with laughter and music. Others may think of the military cadence of younger days or the way community events used to bring people together in shared movement. Whatever comes to mind, let that memory be part of the rhythm you find now in your own space at your own pace. If you're managing balance concerns or mobility issues, feel free to hold on to the back of a sturdy chair or kitchen counter. There's no need to go unsupported. This movement is about connection, not competition. And as always, if you're unsure whether this activity is right for you, especially if you have medical conditions, a quick conversation with your doctor can help ensure your safety and comfort. In the language of senior health tips, marching in place is more than an exercise. It's a small invitation to reawaken your body each day. It reminds you that even when the world outside feels uncertain, your inner rhythm remains something you can trust and return to. So the next time you feel a little sluggish or restless, stand up where you are. Start marching. Let the beat come from within, as steady and familiar as the ticking of the old clock in your living room. Because staying strong doesn't always mean going far. Sometimes it simply means choosing to move right here, right now, with grace and purpose. Some of the best moments of the day happen in the kitchen. Maybe it's the comforting scent of soup simmering on the stove or the soft glow of sunlight filtering through the curtains in the late afternoon. It's a place of warmth, familiarity, and quiet purpose. And surprisingly, it can also be a space for strength, specifically the kind that keeps us walking tall and steady as we age. As we grow older, many of us start to notice subtle changes in how we move. Maybe our steps become smaller. Maybe turning around feels slower, or side-to-side movements aren't quite as smooth. These shifts aren't failures, they're simply signs that our bodies are inviting us to pay closer attention. And one of the gentlest, most effective ways to respond is through a simple exercise called the side leg raise. Picture this. You're standing at the kitchen counter waiting for the kettle to boil. Your hand rests lightly on the edge for support. You gently lift one leg to the side, not too high, just enough to feel the muscles around your hip and outer thigh engage. Then you slowly return to center. Switch sides. That's it. No equipment, no fuss. Just a few quiet moments of mindful movement in a space you already know and trust. This small motion helps strengthen the muscles around the hips, muscles that are crucial for maintaining balance, stability, and confident movement. When we support these areas, we reduce the chances of wobbling when stepping off a curb or hesitating when reaching sideways at the farmer's market. It's the kind of strength that shows up in the everyday. In the world of senior wellness, it's these small but steady habits that often make the biggest difference. Doing side leg raises regularly helps reinforce not just your hips, but also your connection to your body's center. And when your center feels strong, everything else from walking through the garden to joining a community dance feels a little more accessible. You don't need to set aside a workout session to do this. You can fold it naturally into your day. Maybe while you're waiting for the microwave to finish or while chatting on speakerphone with your grandchild. Some people even like to do it while brushing their teeth. The important part is not the setting, but the intention. And if you're standing by a counter or a sturdy table, you have the perfect amount of support. There's no need to push or strain. In fact, starting small, just a few gentle lifts on each side is more than enough to begin feeling the benefits over time. Think about how many places in your daily life involve sideways movement, stepping out of the car, adjusting your position in a chair, reaching for the hose in the backyard. These are the moments when your hips do quiet work. Supporting them now means those moments can stay smooth and safe. If you have concerns about balance or strength, or you're managing joint discomfort, it's always wise to check with your doctor before adding new movements. Every body is different, and your care team can help you adapt exercises to suit your needs. That's part of what Senior Health Tips is all about, finding what fits you best. So the next time you find yourself standing still, take a breath, shift your weight, gently lift your leg. Let this small action remind you that movement doesn't have to be big to be meaningful. With each lift, you're not just working a muscle, you're building trust in your steps. You're claiming strength one quiet moment at a time. Because in this season of senior living, it's not about pushing hard, it's about moving with grace, with presence, and with care for the life you're still joyfully walking through. Some moments of the day feel wonderfully still. Maybe you're standing on the back porch in the late afternoon watching the shadows stretch across the yard. The breeze moves just enough to sway the wind chimes, and the scent of cut grass lingers in the air. In that stillness, there's an opportunity, a quiet space to listen to your body, to feel your footing, and to gently reconnect with your balance. One of the simplest and most meaningful ways to do this is through the one-leg stance with gentle support. It may not look like much at first glance, but this small act of standing on one foot just for a few seconds can tell you a great deal about your current stability. Even more importantly, it offers a safe, powerful way to gently improve it. Picture yourself standing by the kitchen counter or near the armrest of your favorite chair. You lightly place one hand down just enough for support and then slowly lift one foot off the ground. Just an inch or two is enough. You hold for 5, maybe 10 seconds and then lower the foot again. Switch sides. No strain, no rush, just stillness and intention. This kind of focused movement doesn't just engage your legs, it also calls on your core hips and the fine muscles in your ankles and feet. At the same time, your brain is at work refining coordination, improving posture, and reinforcing the connection between body and mind. These are the foundations of steadier movement, and they matter more and more with each passing year. In the world of senior wellness, balance isn't just a physical skill, it's a kind of quiet confidence. It allows you to step into the shower without hesitation, to navigate curbs and sidewalks with ease, and to enjoy a stroll through the local farmer's market without worrying about your footing. And the beauty of this practice is that you can do it almost anywhere. Maybe while waiting for the coffee to brew, or as the sunlight filters through the windows during your morning routine. Some folks even enjoy trying it outdoors, perhaps next to the garden fence or beside a sturdy bench at the park where you like to watch the ducks. These familiar settings make the experience more relaxing and enjoyable. The one-leg stance can also become a way to check in with yourself each week. How long can you hold it today? Does it feel easier than last time? These little markers aren't tests, they're quiet milestones, and they can help you notice subtle improvements that build over time. If you ever feel uncertain or unsteady, don't hesitate to hold on with both hands or stand near a wall for extra safety. There's no need to prove anything. What matters is the practice itself, how it brings your awareness back to the present moment and gives your body a chance to realign. Of course, if you've had falls recently or are managing specific health concerns, it's always wise to speak with your doctor before starting new exercises. Your care team can help make sure the movement is safe and beneficial for your personal situation. That's the heart of senior health tips, finding what supports your wellness best. So the next time you're standing in the quiet of your kitchen or pausing beside the roses in your yard, take a breath and lift one foot. Let that moment be more than just balance. It can be a gentle reminder of your strength, your awareness, and your commitment to yourself. Because in this season of senior living, progress doesn't always come in miles walked or weights lifted. Sometimes it comes in seconds, spent standing still, feeling grounded and knowing you are supported inside and out. In life's quieter seasons, it's often the smallest steps that bring the greatest sense of strength. Whether it's lifting a foot with care, shifting your weight with purpose, or simply standing tall in your kitchen, these everyday movements hold deep meaning. They remind us that we're still growing, still capable, and still connected to the life around us. You don't have to move fast to move forward. What matters is that you keep moving with awareness, with kindness toward yourself, and with the quiet confidence that each day offers a new beginning. There's beauty in living slowly and honoring the pace your body asks for, and in creating a rhythm that suits this chapter of life. These gentle moments are not just exercises, they're reminders of how valuable and vibrant your presence truly is. So wherever you are right now, by the window in your favorite chair or out in the garden, know this. You're doing enough, and every small effort you make is a gift to your future self. That's what senior wellness is all about. Supporting your journey with grace, intention, and a steady heart. If this video made you smile or feel understood, we'd love to hear your thoughts. You're welcome to like, subscribe, or share it with someone special. Here's to stronger steps, brighter days, and the quiet joy of senior living.